Welcome to the deep dive. Look, you're here because you need those crucial insights, right? Pulled from the latest thinking, distilled fast. And today, we're doing a really critical deep dive. It's about SaaS visibility in this new AI economy. We've looked at sources from leading experts, and honestly, their diagnosis is pretty sharp, brutal even.
Yeah, it really cuts to the chase.
They pose this one big question, and you really have to ask yourself this. If your absolute dream client, your ideal high-value customer, searched for a solution like yours today, using all the new tools available.
Would they actually find you?
Exactly.
And this is where it gets tough, because if the answer isn't a clear yes, or if it's slow or just nothing, the sources all agree your current visibility, it's silently capping your growth. Full stop.
That's such a critical point. It's a silent killer.
It really is.
But because most founders, most CEOs, they're focused on the product, maybe pricing, sales training.
Right.
The usual lever.
Traditional stuff.
But these experts, they're saying, hang on, the real bottleneck might be way more basic. It's visibility. You could have the best thing since sliced bread, but if you're the best kept secret,
then it doesn't matter. You're limiting your own potential revenue. And we have to admit, we're in a completely new attention economy now. The sources are pretty blunt. Too many SaaS brands are still playing by what they call the 2016 rules.
2016 rules, what does that mean in practice? Like, what were people doing then?
Well, back then it was all about volume. Simple math, really.
Yeah.
Get as much website traffic as possible, keywords, links, ranking for broad stuff.
Okay, so just getting eyeballs on the page.
Yeah, basically, get the click. But now it's flipped. Visibility isn't about traffic volume anymore. It's about being the answer. The definitive answer.
Oh, okay.
You need to be the solution-sided the moment someone asks that high-intent question, wherever they're asking it.
Okay, so let's unpack that. Where are people asking these questions now? Because that shift from traffic to answers, it must be driven by where the research is actually happening. It's not just Google anymore.
Oh, not at all. It's exploded. It's really fragmented now.
Yeah.
Prospects aren't just typing into one search bar and looking at the top 10 blue links.
Right. The sources we looked at list this incredibly varied landscape. It really shows how spread out that prospect journey is. I mean, obviously, there's ChatGPT and similar AI tools synthesizing info.
Yep, that's a big one.
But people are also checking LinkedIn, right? They're diving into niche communities, maybe Slack groups, specific forums.
Cross-referencing review sites, too. Looking at curated lists from influencers they trust.
And then there's the whole personal brand side of things, the founder's own social media presence.
Definitely. People vet companies by checking out the founder, listening to podcasts they're on, YouTube videos, reading their Substacks.
Wow. So if your brand only shows up in one or two of those spots,
you're basically invisible for most of that research phase. You've missed the boat.
So putting all these scattered signals together, what's the core idea? What do the sources say is the new principle here?
They boil it down to this. AI and authority signals are the new SEO. That's the big strategic shift. That's the headline.
AI and authority signals. Okay, that's a powerful phrase.
Yeah.
But what does it mean practically for you listening?
It means two really critical things. First, if your ideal customer can't find you across this whole new spectrum, well, you've lost before you even started.
Right. Game over early.
And second, even if they do find you somehow, if what they find is weak, if the reviews are meh, the founder info is thin, the data seems shaky, if there's no real authority.
If they won't trust you, they won't convert.
Exactly. So visibility now demands both showing up everywhere and having rock-solid credibility when you do. Presence plus trust.
Okay, let's dig into that gap. Presence versus credibility. The sources call this the silent killer. You mentioned that phrase earlier. It's not just disappointing to be unknown. It's actually damaging the business. The experts pinpoint 4 specific visibility gaps you can't afford to ignore. And these aren't just little marketing tweaks. They need real strategic fixes.
Yeah, the first one is huge. Invisibility to AI assistants. Simple as that. If ChatGPT or Bard or whatever comes next can't reliably name you as a good option for what you do,
you're out of the running from the start.
Completely. Because so many people now begin by asking the AI, hey, what are the best SaaS tools for X? If the AI doesn't have enough good, verifiable data points on you, you don't even make the initial list.
That makes total sense. Okay, what's the second gap? It sounds like it's about the leadership.
Yeah. Your founder's profile isn't acting as a demand engine. This gets into that idea of personalized authority, which is so important now when trust is low.
Right. People trust people.
Exactly. But it's tricky. The founder can't just hide behind the logo anymore. Their online presence, especially LinkedIn, it needs to be actively attracting interest, not just, existing.
But there's a balance, right? The sources mentioned this. You don't want the company to be only about the founder.
Absolutely, that's a key risk. The really visible brands, they manage this well. The founder's authority boosts the brand's authority. It's a dual layer of trust. It's not about the founder being the entire show, constantly active.
Got it. Bolstering, not replacing. Okay, what's gap number 3?
The third one is lacking a solid trust layer. And this is where many companies stumble, I think. They think of few testimonials on the homepage are enough.
And they're not.
Nope. The sources really hammer this point. A trust layer has to be deep. It has to be verifiable, easy for both people and machines to digest. Think detailed, verified case studies, specific numbers, real achievements, endorsements you can trace back.
So the AI can actually rely on it as a credible source.
Precisely. Without that, the AI has nothing solid to cite about you, no authority.
And the fourth gap, your website isn't properly AI indexed or citation optimized. Now, we hear about SEO all the time. How is optimizing for an AI different from optimizing for, like, the Google crawler?
It's a profound difference, actually. Traditional SEO focuses on getting the click.
Right. Ranking high, getting people to click the link.
AI optimization. That focuses on getting the citation, being used as a source in the AI's answer.
Okay.
So the content needs to be super accurate, structured in a way that's easy for the AI to understand and pull out as a fact. The AI doesn't care about your clever headline. It cares about structured data facts, figures, definitions that it can reliably use to answer a question authoritatively.
So if we look at those 4 gaps, AI invisibility, weak founder profile, no trust layer, bad website optimization, and contrast that with what the really visible high-growth SaaS brands are doing.
Right.
What's the big difference?
They're deliberate. They're proactive. They make sure they show up when someone asks best SaaS tools for X on ChatGPT or Bard. They're actively feeding and structuring their data so it gets found.
They treat AI as its own channel.
Exactly. They optimize not just for a Google ranking, but for citation authority everywhere.
Okay, so we've laid out the problem pretty clearly. What's the fix? The sources we reviewed, they didn't just diagnose, they proposed a solution, right? A new growth model.
They did. They call it AIEO.
Yeah.
AI Engine Optimization.
AIEO, okay.
Think of AIEO as the playbook for this new era. It's an integrated strategy, pulls everything together. And the goal is simple, really just 2 things. Get found and be chosen.
Get found, be chosen. I like that.
It takes all those different visibility tactics we talked about and puts them into one cohesive, measurable plan.
And the end goal, the metric everyone listening should be aiming for, is super clear. If your ideal prospect searches for best size to solve this specific problem anywhere online,
You need to be the answer, the obvious authoritative choice.
okay. So how does AIEO actually work? The sources broke it down, didn't they, into components?
Yeah, 4 clear components for you, the learner, to focus on. First up, the AI visibility audit. You can't fix what you don't measure, right?
Makes sense.
So this means going beyond your usual Google Analytics. You need to systematically check how often are we showing up in AI Assistant? How accurate is the information? What context are we mentioning? Is the AI using old reviews? Missing key features?
So it's like auditing your brand's reputation within the AI's brain.
Pretty much. It shows you exactly where the machine's understanding of your brand is falling short right now.
Okay, component 1, audit. What's second?
Second is authority design. This is about strategically engineering your credibility. It's way more than just writing marketing copy.
How so?
Authority design is all about creating verifiable, linked data that an AI can actually fact-check. It means thinking carefully about what your founder's bio says, how your case studies are structured with real data, what specific trust signals are embedded on your site.
So it's like building the evidence locker for the AI.
Exactly. It's about demonstrating expertise, authority, and trustworthiness. The EAT principles from SEO, but specifically designed so machines can consume it and cite it.
Got it. Audit, authority design.
Third tackles the technical side. Web presence optimization. This is where your tech team really gets involved.
Okay, so this isn't just marketing.
No, this goes beyond just keywords. It's about using structured content, things like schema markup, to make your data really easy for machines to understand and index correctly.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Instead of just writing a sentence like, we saved company X 40%, you'd use structured data to explicitly define the feature used, the specific result, 40% savings, the client, company X, the time frame maybe.
Yeah.
So the AI can grab that precise fact and cite it reliably when talking about your benefits.
Ah, okay. making it machine-readable fact.
Precisely.
Audit, authority design, web optimization. What's the final piece? You said it was fascinating.
Yeah, the fourth one is AI funnel engineering. This is the really strategic overlay.
AI funnel engineering. Tell me more.
This is about strategic insertion. It means figuring out exactly where in the buying journey your ideal clients are asking those crucial, high-intent questions.
The moments right before they decide.
Exactly, those critical decision points. And then you strategically position your brand, your citation authority, to be the definitive answer right then and there. It's not just running an ad. It's embedding your verified authority directly into their research process.
Making your brand part of their due diligence.
You got it, making it almost indispensable to their decision-making.
Wow. Okay, this has been incredibly insightful, a real deep dive. The core takeaway from all these sources seems crystal clear. There's been this huge strategic shift. We have to stop just optimizing for eyeballs for traffic.
Yeah, that passive volume game is over.
And start optimizing to be the authoritative answer, using AI systems and clear authority signals.
Right.
The idea that just having a great product is enough for visibility, that time's gone. If you're serious about growth now, the message is stark. Pivot your strategy. Fix the invisibility problem. Treat AI and authority as core channels.
Absolutely. And maybe a final thought for you to consider as you start thinking about your own trust layer or your founder's brand.
Yeah.
Think about this. In this AI economy, it's not just where your brand shows up that counts. It's maybe even more about whose endorsement the AI or that curated list is implicitly trusting when it cites you.
So whose authority is backing up the mention?
Exactly. Are the bios, the case studies, the trust signals you've put out there, are they strong enough to earn that citation when scrutinized by an AI? Can they withstand that automated check?
That's the real test.
That really is the ultimate test of authority now.